All right. Hello and welcome, everyone. It's your boy, Doc Williams. And tonight, this is a special episode. We're on all different platforms. We're on the AppSumo channels. We're on the Build With Me channels, on 9 different channels tonight. And tonight, we're going to be talking about what's new with AppSumo, a couple tool reviews, and what people have been sending in for questions. And also, we're going to be talking about how you can be creating a micro SaaS company right now. So come with me. Yes, indeed, guys. Yes, it's great to be back tonight. Again, thank you so much for joining. Whatever platform you're on, either if you're in the AppSumo Facebook group, if you're on the YouTube channel, on the Build With Me channel, wherever you're watching this from, thank you so much for joining tonight. Nyota being in the chat, Lucius, thank you so much for being here. Abner from Brazil, thank you so much for being here tonight. This is going to be great. So, again, we're going to be perusing. We're going to be talking about a couple different tools tonight. We're going to be going through AppSumo. Some people have been asking about questions for UI, UX products and things like that. We're going to be doing all kinds of things tonight. So, if you have any questions, make sure that you put them in the chat and we'll get to them. So, again, thank you so much for being here. So, let's get right into it. What we're going to be building tonight with, we're going to be using brandchamp.io, and we're going to be talking about how you can be using this in your business. Also, too, depending on if anyone wants this, we're going to look at Clastra as well, and we're also going to be looking at some older deals like Find That Lead and others. So make sure that if you're wherever you're watching this from, ask the questions in the chat below. We'll be talking about it. Also, probably Attention, Insight, and a couple others. So wherever you are watching this from, if you're in the Facebook group, if you're on the YouTube channels, just let me know. Now, if this is the first time you're watching this show and you're like, wait a minute, who is this guy? What does he do here? My name, again, is Doc Williams, and I build 3 businesses with one tool every single show. And this whole show is meant to teach you how you can start making money fast. That's the entire reason we stream, the entire reason that I come on this show. So it's not just reviewing the AppSumo tools. It's talking about how can you use these AppSumo tools to start making more money quicker. Okay, so if sometimes there's different features or something like that that are more technical, that might be better to ask on the deal page itself. But if I can answer it, I will. But this whole focus tonight is how you can make more money quicker with these tools, how you can scale up your business in all of those things. So again, thank you so much for watching, and we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to just tell you a couple different deals that I've been buying for my clients or myself. So let's just go through what I'm liking right now in the store, and then we're going to be talking about what we're going to be building tonight. So Tile has been a game changer for me, especially for different ones trying to create different ads or creating quick animations for their brand. Tile, that's been killing it right there. SendFox, this has been a really big game changer for ones that are creating newsletters and they're on a budget. They're trying to change away from MailChimp or something like that. I've been using SendFox a lot lately. And I can tell you what, it's been a real big difference. So if you're asking about smart pages or smart campaigns or anything like that with SendFox, let me know. Also, too, for the crowd that's an agency owner or you're trying to get into managing people's WordPress sites and things like that, the coming soon in the maintenance mode, that's been really helpful that I've been seeing. And then also, too, better uptime. I mean, if I'm looking at a deal, this is probably one of the best deals I've seen in a while. Better uptime, especially for you agency owners. You're trying to manage multiple sites. Just really good stuff right here. So again, let me know in the chat if what kind of business you're trying to run. If you're running, hey, what's going on, Lucius? Welcome to the party, as always. Lucius on the YouTube channel, so that's great. Let me know what kind of business you're trying to build, either if you're an agency, you're just building a side hustle or something like that. Let me know, because then I can curtail or talk about that at length. Also, too, the reason we're going to be talking about something called a micro SaaS business tonight. You might have been familiar with a SaaS business, such as a software as a service business. A micro SaaS business is when you're software with a service. think that's huge because even if you're wondering how you can stand out in the industry or stand out as a freelancer, if you become really purposeful and really focus on a certain tool, especially in AppSumo because they're so new, and you become that expert, you can really start offering and niche down and be offering your own agency software with software with a service. Similar to there's agencies only devoted to Zapier. You can do the same thing here in some of the tools for AppSumo. Gabriel asked, let's see, video marketing agency. What do you think? Okay, video marketing agency. Gabriel, are you thinking about using something like Tile? Are you just getting started? Do you already have clients? Tell me a little bit about that, by the way. I'm going to just talk about it real quick. If I'm just starting from scratch, if I'm trying to scale quickly and I want a place to start, I would probably use Tile. If I'm brand new or if I'm creating assets for a brand, I would probably use Tile. And then also, I would probably make sure that I'm saving them as templates so I can do a quick plug and play system as well. Where was Tile? I was just looking at this. Lucius, working on an agency with videos and photo skills. Okay, thanks, Lucius. And Abner, thank you for being on from last night, and you're on it tonight. You were on, and Lucius, you were on the stream last night for more than 4 hours. So thank you so much for joining. And you're on again tonight, so thank you again. So if I'm starting with a video or a video, I'll say video agency, video marketing agency, I'd probably go with Tile. The reason behind it is, again, once I start finding out what's working for clients, I can start making different folders and start capitalizing on that. And again, once I find out what's working with one of my clients, I can start building base packages based on what they're trying to do. If they're just trying to do social media posts, if they're doing ads or whatever, and then I can easily scale that up. So that's what I would probably do if I'm going to go with that. Again, I'm not sure if Gabriel, have you been using Tile at all? Not sure. Let me know in the chat. But I would probably give this a go. The reason I like this so much is I love how you can use the layers really quick. For me, this has helped immensely just so I can wrap my head around it as I'm building this. And this allows me to just clearly be able to start thinking about what I want to do in the order. And I like how it tells me the preview time, and then I can just add it like a slideshow, and then it extends the time. I can start saving these as a template, export them again, and then start building out my own product suite of different advertising or video ads that I can be doing for social media. So if I was going to start doing this, I would probably use Tile. Yeah. And then for Lucius, you touched upon if you want to do video, but I would do this as well. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much for everyone that's watching on Facebook too. See some people joining into the chat, so thank you. If I'm going to do photo skills, Lucius, it kind of depends. Number one, I know that's a huge open area where someone can say, well, I can do photo skills. So I don't want to say one tool over the other unless you tell me exactly what you're trying to do. But if I was going to be looking at that Pixlr, something like that, depending if I'm trying to offer something really, really specific. But I mean, if I'm looking at even like Fiverr, and a lot of people are, I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I paid for Fiverr when people were asking, when I needed them to take out the background. If I had Pixlr, you know how much money I would save? But you can easily offer this on a marketplace like Fiverr or whatever to start charging people. So I might do something like that. Lucius says, I'm almost dead, Doc. I also cut the yard today. Man, you're busy. And I didn't go to bed until 3 a.m. Yeah, well, because you were on the stream last night watching. So I was there too. So, I'm sorry. Hopefully you got a nap in during the day. But if I was going to start out and I'm just trying to offer one kind of service, I would probably go with Pixlr. Again, it's an alternative to Photoshop and Lightroom. It's not as extensive, but again, it's allowing you to do very specific skills or a service for ones. And if I start out with something like removing the background, how long would it take you to use it with this? I mean, less than a couple of minutes. If you're charging them $15, $10, whatever, I mean, you can either go to a marketplace like Fiverr or find other people that are running e-commerce business, start doing something like that. How good does AI cut out from Pixlr? Gabriel, it's pretty good. It kind of just depends on the image that you have, right? The basics are pretty good. If it's something like the strands, if you see this image and like all the strands are all over the place, okay, maybe it could be a little bit better, right? But it kind of depends on how detailed you're looking at. And of course, you can, go in and do a little bit more, but it kind of depends on how detailed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to see an example, we can do it a little bit later. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty good. Yeah. But again, like, let's take a look at this real quick. Let's go to Fiverr.com and let's see what people are charging right here. And I paid a lot of money on Fiverr for people to just remove the background. Let's see. Remove background. Erica, you're here? Okay, hold on. I got to switch over. I forgot I banned you by accident. I got to switch over so I can see the comments directly on YouTube. That's the only thing I don't like about Restream. I was trying to reply, and the reply and block button are so close. By accident, I blocked someone. And now I have to go all the way to the YouTube live so I can see all the comments. Sorry, Erica, I didn't mean to block you like that. I'll see your comments in 1 second. So let's see. Remove background. Okay, right? So if I'm looking at Fiverr, people are charging, okay, $10. Let's see how detailed it is, right? Let's see how many edits they're going to do. So this is just an idea. Once again, this is a micro SAAS, right? So software with a service. If you go in and offer this kind of service for people, you can start making, I mean, how much time would this take you, right? A couple minutes. And then you batch your time, how many you can be doing. Let's take a look at this. Okay, basic, $10. Okay, standard, advanced photo editing, infographics, all the basics, including highlights, infographics, shadow, and reflections, $20. Okay, so even if you want to start in the $10 to $20 range and you use Pixel, you're still going to be able to do that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's all right, Erica. Yeah, we were up until like, I think the stream. Lucius? What time did the stream end last night? How many edits they're going to do. So this is just an idea. Once again, this is a micro SAAS, right? So software with a service. If you go in and offer this kind of, okay, cool. I'm glad that you're in the comment section of YouTube. All right. Welcome, Erica. Daniel from Australia, thank you so much. We got everyone coming in tonight. Ryoma, man, this is packed. Good to see everyone. Okay, so again, if we're looking at something that we could do to offer something on Fiverr to start making money quicker, Tile or Pixlr, you can do that. To be even more specific, I would look for another marketplace where you can be offering, or go to Facebook groups, not competitive Facebook groups, not ones that are all ones that do Photoshop. Go for Teachable, go for Podia, go for different Facebook groups where you're finding content creators or ones that have content, but they need someone to provide images or do some kind of graphic design. I would try to be helpful in those areas and then offer your services. And again, I mean, you're making money right off the bat. Okay, yeah, the stream was until 2:30 last night. Okay. Yeah, this is only going to go for like 90 minutes or something. Where's Nyota? Is she in the chat? Where's she at? Okay. And Mark should be here. Mark in Australia, you should be here. It's about like 10 in the morning your time. So I'm sure I'll see you in a couple minutes. Say what's up in the comments if you're here. Okay, so that's a couple things I would do. And Gabriel on Facebook, thanks so much for being here as well. Really appreciate the support. Okay, so that's what I would do for a Pixlr. And $49, let me look at the plan real quick. I think that's a steal. Let's see what it includes. Let's see what it includes. No, she's missing. Okay. Someone's got to call her or something. Message her. Hopefully she'll be here. Oh, you messaged her on LinkedIn. Okay. Cool. All right. All right, let's take a look. So one code, full access. Okay. Extensive editing tools, AI cutout, which already, and see, when you're already doing that, right? I'm thinking from the time you import the image to the time you export, you could be done within 3 to 4 minutes. You're charging people $10 a pop. I mean, even if you do that for a little while, that's fine. Okay, let's see. 5,000 text, 10,000 icon stickers. Not bad. Hey, Adam. Nice for you to join us. Yeah, it's $49. I would look at it. Adam asks, what are your thoughts on phrase? How do I even say that? I always get confused. Oh, Howard from Taiwan's watching. Thanks so much for sharing, by the way, and thanks so much for being here. Let's see, Adam, you're asking. You got a longer message. What are your thoughts on phrase? I'm looking at the idea of using it to create a content brief, hiring a writer, then using it to optimize the article that I write. How are you using it? Okay, there's a couple different things with that, Adam. I'm going to talk about how I use it for clients in my personal business as well. I'm going to go back to your answer because I think I have to answer that in layers. So let's go there first. Okay, I've got to exit out a couple things. First of all, I'm going to show you how I'm using it right now. Phrase. All right. Let me go to this dashboard real quick. All right, we're going to this dashboard phrase right now. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so let's talk about this. All right, so the first question I have, Adam, have you used it at all so far? Let me know. Okay, so how I mainly use it, I'm usually looking for just question ideas, or I'm looking for competition, or I'm using it mainly for tools where I'm just doing reconnaissance. I'm just doing research on my competition, and then I'm building my content. Then I'm going back in based on how people are responding to it, and then I'll use the other aspects of the platform. So say for instance, if I'm on this, I'm looking at content, I'm going to say search inquiries. I'm going to first do I'll do an example. Let's just say Paris Hilton, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about, okay, if I'm going to write something with clickbait or write something what people are looking for, I go here so I can get question ideas. So question ideas, what Paris Hilton is doing now, what Paris Hilton looks like today. So I might think about, okay, I'm going to write an article about something like that. Or I might also just think about, okay, that's what it's saying about my subject or what people are ranking highly for. Let me create a video real quick. And I'll just take some of the phrasing here, and then I'll implement it into the language that I'm using for my video on YouTube or something like that. It really depends. But that's mainly what I do. Now, the other thing I'll look at, okay, so say for instance, I'm going to say plumber, something like that, right? What plumber means, can plumber do HVAC? Can plumber turn on gas? Okay, so that gives me ideas. So if I'm going to be doing something as a niche, as a service, I might look at what are people looking for in association with that kind of service, and then I might write articles about that as well. So it kind of just depends. That's how I use it. So so I'm going to do that. Phrase versus linguist equals love. That's exactly right. How do I say that? Indratno? Am I saying your name correctly? Indratno? Hopefully I'm not butchering it, but that's exactly right, man. Okay, so that's an example of how I'm using it. for my clients and everything like that. Oh yeah, definitely. No problem. Definitely great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's look at this as well. Okay, we're doing more. Greetings from Indonesia. That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Adam. So you're asking, what are your thoughts? Okay, on phrase. I'm looking for the idea of using it to create a content brief. Okay. So are you using a content brief for your own business? Or are you doing this as a productized service that you're thinking about? Or are you doing this only for yours? Let me know. But that's how I would use it. Let me know if I can add more details. Let's see. Lucius says, I also have phrase. I just posted my blog post tonight on women, realtor, and chatbots. Lucius, let me ask you something. Don't tell me that you're deciding to have women, realtor, and chatbots all in the same article. Please, please, please tell me that you decide to break that up into multiple articles. Please. Please tell me that's the truth. At least lie to me and tell me that's the truth. Let me know. The reason I only say I would probably separate it is, unless you're talking about women realtors using chatbots, or are you talking about two separate things? Thiago, greetings from Brazil. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure to have you. What time is it there? Are you an hour ahead? I'm on East Coast time. Is it 11:42 there? Okay, so that's what I would use. All right, let's, good question, Adam. Good questions. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I forgot the other aspect of this. Okay, so this is just personally for me. What I've found that my answers have been lacking just because my site, a lot of them are just landing pages, things like that. So the crawling hasn't been the greatest for me. So that's why I've gone the content route instead. So again, that's just me. Okay, so let's go over there. Using realtors using chatbots. Okay, I'm all for that. Let me know if you want us to review it. Lucius, throw the link in the chat or send it to me, and we'll take a look at it. You know, sometimes YouTube bans if you put links in the chat, but try to send it if you want us to review it. Okay. Abhik says, any way I can use this in a way to provide value to influencers and MK relationships. What does MK relationships? Clastra looks interesting. Clastra does look interesting. I was gonna get into that. I mean, definitely if you need a course platform too. I see it in two different ways. By the way, I'm gonna get serious for a moment. Let me get a little bit closer to y'all because I'm that serious. I actually think Clastra is such a good deal because not only can you have your own platform for your courses, I think a sneaky good way to use this is if you're in a target demographic that a lot of people aren't really pushing courses, you can pay other people to do a course or just interview them, make a course about them, pay them, of course, or an affiliate fee, whatever you want, and then bring it into your platform and start white labeling your platform, your own university and institution using Clastra. Just an idea. I think you don't have to think about just providing all of the courses yourself. Think about how you can start using others in mutually beneficial ways for other people to win. So that's just a side point. Let's see. Did I make a video on phrase yet? I haven't. If you want to, upvote it or something like that. And yes, it's better than SubHub. Is this better than SubHub? Are you asking about Clastra? I'm going to say yes. Oh, I was thinking that, Doc. Epic was talking about phrase. Oh, I see. Any way I can use this to provide value to influencers. Talking about phrase. Yeah. I mean, okay, so let's talk about this for a second. Okay, so if you're trying to get influencers, perhaps it depends on what the influencer wants too. I mean, if you can offer a productized service where you're giving the influencer information on what's going on what people are saying about them, what's going on in their, market to better make them more money or something like that. I think it can work for influencers. I'm just always like, what does the influencer say that would be beneficial that they're willing to pay for? So if you want to use this and you're saying, hey, I'm going to do a query of what people are talking about in connection to your name, what they're saying about the industry, I'm going to be sending you reports every single week so you can use that in your content or use that to inform what you should be selling for your brand. I can see something like that. Let me know. Adam says, I'm an agency using for clients. Initial keyword topic research. Okay, plugin from France. Interview client using related questions. Provide France. Am I saying it right? France. I'm just going to call it France. France content brief and 10-minute video interview with client to write to a writer, create article, plug article back into. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's not bad. I like the idea. Makes sense to me. Being very, strategic with this. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I like that. Are you going to be doing all this? The only thing I would say is make sure that you have an SOP, create a video to make sure someone else is doing all of this for you, for the agency, and you're not tied to knowing how to use this and no one else on your team knows. So as important as you just wrote it out to me, I would just make sure, I would make sure that you're taking this serious and just creating an SOP for the rest. Yeah, let's see. Good question. Yeah. Indratno, I believe. It seems Clastra has a kind of meeting feature. Yeah, I think so. Are you talking about just part of the live meeting when they're in class and everything? Depends which part you're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it does. I just want to make sure that I'm giving the best answer based on what you're looking for. But it does have some features of that. Let's see. Doc, I was thinking about the same thing for Clastra. Yeah. I mean, if I'm trying to do that real quick and I'm trying to scale out what I can be selling on my platform, I would definitely just connect other influencers, ones in my space, offer them a flat fee or an affiliate if they promote it. But I think a flat fee, they would motivate them and then go from there. Are you, let's see, I got to keep looking at your name. I'm sorry. Indratno. Are you asking about when they're communicating with their students? Let's see what we got for features. Oh, or live participants. Yeah, you can be doing that definitely as well. Oh, also too, what I like about this, okay, unlimited students with 2% of overage. Huh. Unlimited file storage, unlimited email campaigns, money, coupons and promo codes, commission instructors. What did I tell you about that? White labeling script for website. Bam. I mean, custom domains. You're good with that. So again, you can make this your own university. Zapier triggers. So if I'm trying to add it from my own CRMs, I've got that going. I think this is going to be pretty good. Now, I know a lot of there's always concerns, Sumalings, when we're talking about active students, what's going on, will I go over, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so I'm always about this. Make it your aim to have so many students that you make so much money. It doesn't matter if you scale up and need to get, 6 codes or something like that. This is ideal. If you can get all the way up here, but do an MVP, launch a course, see if people even join for the $79. And then if you keep getting more active people, change the price quarterly, add more courses, and then scale up from there. But I don't think it's necessary that you get a bunch of codes and just feel like, well, what if one day this happens? Chill. Focus on the basics. Validate your idea. Go from there. Now, this is different if you already have a course or an institution that's already going crazy and there's tons of people in your university. That's a little bit different. Then I would say, okay, invest, start buying that stuff right now. Let's see. Stack up to 10 codes. That's not bad. Let's see what the max is on 10. Okay, 1,000 active students. I still think that's good. And then if people are saying, but doc, what's going on if I have more? Well, just make it like a semester, and they're paying per semester. Have another site or something where they can get unlisted videos. Have it unlisted, Facebook or something. Oh, excuse me, unlisted YouTube videos. If you're trying to cap out of 1,000 active students, so then they get that kind of, the videos later on if they don't want to pay for another semester. But you can offload them so you don't go over your active amount of students and have to pay more, et cetera, et cetera. That's worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, guys. Yeah, no problem. I think that's the best approach. Let me know if you have any other questions. But yeah, that's awesome. Cherie is talking about loving what I'm seeing from classroom. Yeah, I'm loving that too. I think it's going to be really good. Oh, Cherie. I missed your other part. Yeah. What are you using? That's interesting. Well, Cherie, kind of depends. What talking about in my business, with clients, about what we're talking about tonight. Let me know if I can get more details for you. Okay, that's great. All right, really good comments, guys. This is a good night. Everyone's doing real good. It's awesome to see everyone. Okay, also too, I'm going to be talking about what I'm planning on using for a client, and that is Brandchamp. I'm going to rant about this for a moment, and then I'll take more questions. So, let's see. David asked, does Clastra have webinars? How does it compare to Vid there? Okay. Before I answer that question, let me check. See, I'm going to talk about that. David, I'm going to have to know your case study. What do you want to do with your business before I would say one or the other? Because there's a lot I would talk about there. But before I just blanket say like use one or the other, kind of depends on what you're going to be using for in your business. Are you driving people from a webinar, but you have to have more control over all the intricacies of your webinar, and then you're driving them to one signature product? Are you trying to build out a course-based business where most of the people, there's going to be 20 different courses? Tell me a little bit about that, David, before I answer that, or better equipped to answer that. Okay, so in the interim, I'm going to talk about Brandchamp. The reason I'm going to be talking about Brandchamp is years ago, this is about 2 years ago, from another company, the same exact thing what Brandchamp can do, the company was charging $450 a month. And when I was trying to explain to this agent how they should start working with influencers, it was just too much for their budget to start having a startup cost of $450 per month of the platform and try to, pay influencers or get them onboarded or all of those things. Brandchamp, the thing that I see with Brandchamp, where's the camera? The thing that I find with Brandchamp is if you wanted to start a micro SaaS, a software with a service. Yeah, software with a service, SaaS. If you want to start that kind of business, Brandchamp is going to be the greatest starting point. Why do I say that? Because right now, e-commerce businesses are booming and they're trying to learn how to scale very quickly. If you come in and say, hey, I'm going to start doubling your sales, tripling your sales. I'm going to show you how it's done with influencers, with referrals, and I'm going to manage the whole program for you. Not only are you going to could you just charge them a flat fee per month, you could really start charging them a percentage of every sale once you start getting this going. I think this is an incredible buy. I'm not even getting paid by them. I'm just telling you, if you're trying to get into the space of management and having your own niche in the agency world, having an ambassador program, you're building it from scratch for them. Now you're tied with them. When you get them 100, 200, 300 ambassadors, and you built that from scratch, what's the likelihood that they're not going to pay you or they're going to break off from you? You're tied to them. You're tied to them at the hip. And especially if you're getting Brandchamp for their business and then you're making a subdomain, you're white labeling that, and then you're managing the whole thing for that. That relationship is going not just 6 months, 18 months, that's going the longevity of the business if you play it the right way. So Joey Coleman was on the AppSumo Remote Academy earlier this year with Chris. Shout out to Chris if you're watching. And that was talking about never lose a client again. And parts of the sections at the end of never losing a client is making sure you're creating a concrete referral program. Brand Champ is you're able to do that, and it works with WooCommerce or Shopify. I mean, there you go. I would probably target the top 500 Shopify stores or Shopify top 100 in the categories. Start knocking it out. Look if they have an ambassador program. Pitch them that you can do it for them. If I was trying to hustle and start making an agency like tonight, that's what I would do. Back to the questions. Doc, do you think that Brand Champ would work with Clastra? Okay, yeah, it could, but the whole thing is like, Erica, you know what I'm going to say with this. Make this easy for yourself, bro. Like, make this easy for yourself. Stop thinking 100 stages ahead. Start picking one, and I would start with Brand Champ and execute. Yes, you could combine it, but if I'm trying to do one thing or another, I would start with Brand Champ, build their ambassador program, and then I would keep Clastra in my back pocket and go that for phase 2, where they can have an option for a higher, possibly depends on who you're working with in the e-commerce store, but most likely you can upsell them into higher price items such as premium courses for $500, $1,000, and you're having the influencers now be tapped into that. Clastra right now, I don't see could work with that just because when you're on Brand Champ, it's exclusively working for the tracking of prices and the products in WooCommerce or Shopify. So, I mean, I guess it could work if you had the item listed in WooCommerce or Shopify. Then you connected it with Zapier, and once they buy it from the store, it then goes into Clastra. But I mean, I think you would really, I think you got to start with Brand Champ and then go from there. If you want to expand into both. But again, I'm always like, where are we at right now? Start on one, start making money. If you want this one too, buy it in the back pocket, but don't try to do everything all at once. Let's see. Anthony talks about Brand Champ white labeling. Is that something you can host on your own domain, or is it on their site? So because it's white labeling and it's a subdomain, you can still, as long as, change out the C name, go to your hosting, you can have it under your own name. So it would be courses or influencer, or you could say like affiliate dot your domain. So it can run that way. Yeah, you can have it. You just got to redirect it as a subdomain for yours. Good question, Anthony. David says, I would say using one as an onboarding platform or a team training platform. Okay, David. So that is very interesting to that question. That's an interesting question, David. I mean, yes. Are you asking? Let me roll back and see all your questions. Does Clastra have webinars? Does it compare to Vid there? Okay, so first of all, I think, let's see with Clastra. Could you use it as a webinar? I'm not sure if they have it designated. Could I use it as a webinar? Sure. Make it a class and just say it's a webinar. But I'm pretty sure you can. Hold on. In-person, hybrid, virtual learning experiences. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. I'm not sure if it's really create recordings, presentations. I'll have to delve into it. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could set up video conferences, live chats, presentations. Yeah, I mean, you could. I don't know about their onboarding as a webinar. You know what I'm saying? The reason I say that, David, is I don't want you to, it depends on how much, okay, are you worrying about the landing page for the webinar? Are you going to try to connect it to CRM for their reminders for their webinar for that day? It depends on the features of how much you want part of the webinar versus, the other part where you're going to be having courses. You could use this for onboarding for staff as well. I mean, this reminds me similar to, co-assemble was really meant for, internal teams. But I mean, this could be easily used for internal teams and go from there. Again, it's white labeled. So this one talks about script for website. That's interesting. I would have to see what they mean by that. Oh, but custom domains. So, subdirectories. So you could, of course, just make it a subdomain. You don't even have to worry about that. I wonder about that script thing. That's interesting. But yeah, David, let me know if that makes sense. If I'm doing it for onboarding for my own staff, yeah, I don't see it being a problem. If I'm worried about them catching webinars and getting all of the, reminders of a webinar, I would have to do more research because I'm sure it's possible. I'm just not sure about the auto sequences if you're trying to do it. And I'm not sure if that would be the best use of it as I'm thinking about that. Let me know. Okay, cool. Awesome, David. Erica says, I keep putting my cart before the horse. Think it's going to work this time. Okay, that's good. Now, the difference is, again, Erica, you know what we're always talking about here? Validation. Go out, start. And by the way, Erica, don't be like Lucius. Don't be buying like 7 codes of everything and then he's wondering what he's going to do with this. Go for one code, go to start building a business, start making money, then go up from there. Look, yeah, Lucius, I threw you under the bus. I'm sorry, bro. But I'm serious. We're working on that habit. AppSumo, I'm on the AppSumo channel. They're loving it. They love your credit card. When they see Lucius is in the store, they already know they got him. They got the hooks in the jaw. Okay, so yeah. So Erica, what I would do is if you're trying to go for that kind of business, I would really start researching and go for companies that have the money and have the growth. And then from there, start seeing if that would be an ambassador program, the value, what you can be delivering, and then go from there. I'm just joking with you, Lucius. I know you're always rolling with this. I appreciate you. You're a trooper. You were here all last night. You're here every week. I appreciate you. Cherie says, I like Brand Champ too. Only thing that's a bit of an iffy for me is that it seems I have to rely on ambassadors uploading proof. Would like better tracking. Yeah, I got what you're saying. And also, too, Cherie, what I would do is reach out to the team, too. Or just say, I'm always about, show that you're using the platform or this is why. This would be the benefits. This is why I would like this feature. This is what I could do. This is how much more money I could be commanding and go from there. I got another sale today. Congratulations, Erica. For your mastermind? Congratulations. That's what I'm talking about from the Builder Club. Where's the horn? Where's my sound effects horn? Congratulations. Hold on a second. Where's my horns? That's exactly right, Erica. Good job. And we can go with an applause. Killing it. Keep doing good with your business. Let's see. Okay, cool. So this has been pretty good. Let me know if there's anything else. Now, again, later on, if anyone's watching and they want to see the builds later on, I'm doing that on my own personal Doc Williams YouTube page. I'm here on AppSumo's page once a week. But if anyone's wants to see me build or do all these other businesses throughout the week, remember, just look up Doc Williams. You'll see my YouTube channel. You can go and hang out with some of the guys like Lucius and Erica and everyone on that channel. Shout out to Mark, Naya, all of them. Oh, a couple people on Periscope watching. So, yeah. So you can check that out at Doc Williams, that channel on YouTube, and we'll go from there. Before we're out, let me know if there's anything else that you're thinking about in the AppSumo, marketplace. What's going on? Oh, speaking of marketplace, totally forgot. Make sure that you check out the marketplace, and there's tons of great deals in the marketplace. For validating, can you use HappyScribe as a SaaS? Let's check that out for a second. I'm going to check that out. Wait. Did it change? Hold on. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I'm like, wait. The marketplace is called Spot now? Sorry. Let's take a look at HappyScribe. And let's talk about that before I go into the AppSumo marketplace. Okay. So let's take a look at this for a moment. Let's scroll down. Let's go down just a little bit more. I'm having some trouble, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Let's scroll down. Did I miss it? I thought it was lower than this. Let me just look for it. Happy. Scribe. There we go. Okay, so we have 8 days on this? Yeah. Ending soon. That's exactly right. There's just so many. Okay, automate transcripts and subtitles that take your audio and video. Okay. So you're saying kind of like Rev, you're saying offer this to other people. Okay, now this could be, I could use this as I could see this as a SaaS, software with a service if I'm on Fiverr. Now, let's take a look what kind of features they have if you're going to white label it and everything like that. Let's take a look. Okay, so if I'm looking at this, could I use this as a SaaS? Like if I could use a SaaS right out the box. Okay, automatic transcriptions. Okay, so there's one way I could do it. I'm thinking if I set up a page and it had a form in it and it told you, hey, I'm going to transcribe it. And you're saying, hey, drop. So if I'm using paper form or type form or whatever, there's an option where you say, hey, what's your name, email, what language are you speaking, drop this. And then I have a payment portal. I could see that being a SaaS, a software as a service, being totally white labeled. Right here, I don't see any options that I can see of white labeling this into redirecting people to do this. So what I would see is if I'm on Fiverr and offering this as a service, I'm saying I will do transcriptions and all you do is drop it into this program and then you make money off of that. And then again, right here, 2 hours of transcriptions. The only thing dangerous with that is I would have to scale it up if I'm going to do something like, Fiverr or something like that, just so I wouldn't run out of time and I could go from there. That's what I'm thinking. I could see this as a service along with if you're managing someone's podcast as well, just as you're offering this as an extra feature and then you're charging them accordingly. Let me know what you think about that. Anthony, if that makes sense or let me know what you think. Okay, Erica. I'm not surprised, Lucius. You got 2 codes of that? I'm not even surprised. At all. Have you used it yet, Lucius? Have you used it? I'm not trying to shame you. Okay, I'm trying to shame you a little bit. Wish I had unlimited time. Yeah. Text. It could work, but okay, yeah, text. Okay, so it kind of depends on this one. So there's a couple of reasons why I would use it. Again, Erica, it kind of depends. Are you trying to do this to add? Are you doing this for your own business to outreach and doing campaigns? Or are you doing this to do text message marketing for someone else and you're taking it over? Are you doing it and building out their campaigns for them? Kind of depends. If you're trying to do it for them and you're charging them, I'm okay with that. Personally, I would use another platform just because I'm going to do multiple things. I'm going to do chatbots and this. But if you want to have a niche and you're saying, I'm going to do text message marketing for clients and stuff like that, I have no problems with this. I know a lot of people were talking about how they count the credits and a couple things like that. I noticed that in the comments. So, I would just, do your due diligence and check that out. Yeah, I mean, but see, if I'm looking at, so your own thing, you're thinking about doing like text message marketing for your own or just for your own business. If you're doing text messages, I mean, depends on, service. Are you just trying to follow up on people from your own, for leads? I would look into that. Let me know. Okay, cool. All right, I'm coming up on the hour, everyone. Let's see. All right. So again, make sure wherever you are, if you have questions, write them in the comment section below. If you're in the Facebook group, please, please, please let me know in the Facebook group if you have more questions. Also, too, if you want to see more building and I'm doing it on off days, I'm here every Wednesday or every other Wednesday on AppSumo on this channel. If you want to see me build every night, remember you can go to Doc Williams, find that channel. You'll see me. It's a smiling face of my face. You know what I look like, and I'm building every single night. So again, thank you for your time, your patience, your great questions. Nyota, David, Anthony, Lucius, Cherie, everyone, and Drotno, everyone that's watching. Adam, thank you so much. If you have more questions, let me know. And again, let me know what you want me to review. I'll create more videos, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great night.